Hello and welcome to today's session for MBL seminars. I'm Sarah Thompson-Copsey, and today we're going to be looking at commercial enfranchisement, the implications for long commercial leases explored. In fact, we're going to look at a little bit more than commercial enfranchisement. We're going to be looking at long commercial leases through sort of two lenses, if you like, both commercial enfranchisement and the ability to apply for alterations to some of the covenants under Section 84 of the Law of Property Act 1925, because it seems to me that a long commercial lease can be, in a tenant's hands, a very valuable asset. Long commercial leases are quite rare in today's world. We're looking at leases around about the 3 to 7 year mark for most commercial properties, maybe a little bit more for some sectors, a little bit on the lower side for other sectors. But they still exist. And sometimes they exist because they're granted as long leases in today's world for whatever reason. But more often they were granted at a time when long leases were much more valuable in a landlord's hands, particularly in the first, well, I was going to say 50 years of last century, but actually looking at the cases, really in the first 80 years of last century. And by their very nature, because they are long leases, many of them still continue in today's world. So we're going to look at what I've called commercial enfranchisement. And this is the right of a commercial tenant to utilise provisions under the Leasehold Reform Act 1967, which were originally designed to allow the owners of long leasehold houses in which they lived the right to enfranchise or apply for a longer lease of that particular house. And this act was brought in the 1960s by the government as a way of preventing I think initially it was miners in Wales from living in what were effectively wasting assets for them.